Sorry. I know that I'm motherfucking late, but bear with me. I was going through some motherfucking technical issues, okay? With my fucking tablet and shit. So here we are. Thank fucking God, right? I'm glad you guys are here. We are gonna get into some things, collective. I hope you guys are doing fabulous and full of light. For the new people here, welcome. The Hyphen Joey here. We are going to get into some motherfucking things, darling. Okay? But first, let me get some water. Okay? All right. Let's turn on this Palo Santo. Get it popping, right? So, welcome to Returning to the Roots of Thyself Collective, a reading about self love. We've been doing this a lot in February, but I don't know. Spirit wants to keep touching on this. I kind of feel like people have a hard time accepting the concept of loving thyself. Some people feel like it might be selfishness or ego or whatever the case may be. But we're gonna get into some things today. Oh yes, we are. Yes, we are, darling. We're gonna get into some things. Yeah. So today, collective, we're gonna go into this poem that I downloaded, and that has to do with going to the roots of thyself. Then we're also gonna go into the native spirit tarot or oracle. Um, what else? The native spirit oracle and the Metatron self mastery oracle. And obviously, we're going to go into some tarot, go into this these other cards I haven't been in or haven't used in a while, but we're going to do. Going to go into the elements, right? So, with that being said, I hope you guys are doing fabulous here, full of light, full of love. And tomorrow I will be tonight I will be announcing that tomorrow I will be doing the zodiac signs on Patreon. We will be doing Aquarius through Cancer. Okay, so and then your messages are going to be from those messages are going to be from the waxing crescent moon in Aries. The ones from Monday were in the new moon of Pisces. Okay, so I want to keep everybody relevant within the energies that they're in. So with that being said, collective. Right, collective. So we're gonna get into this download or downloaded poem. Okay. So here it is. This is the poem that I downloaded, okay? Don't go away. Come near. Don't be faithless. Be faithful, collective. Find the antidote in the venom. Come to the root of thyself. Molded of clay, yet needed from the substance of certainty. A guard at the treasury of the holy light. Come, return to the root of thyself, collective. Once you get hold of selflessness, you'll be dragged from your ego and freed from many traps. Come, return to the root of thyself. You are born from the children of God's creation, but you have fixed your sight too low. How can you be happy? Come, return to the root of yourself. You were born from a ray of God's majesty and have the blessings of a good star. Why suffer at the hands of things that don't exist, collective? Come, return to the root of yourself. You are a ruby, embedded in granite or granite. How long will you pretend it's not true? We can see it in your eyes, collective. Come to the root of yourself. You came here from the presence of that fine friend, a little drunk but gentle, stealing our hearts with your light, with that look so full of fire within you. So come, return to the root of yourself, collective. So, you know, this, it goes, this is pretty much spirit telling you, collective, that it's best when you go to the root of yourself. You know, a lot of us want to take detours into the decisions or the connections and the things that we choose to partake in. And you need to understand that um, it's best when you get straight to the source, straight to the root, straight to what it is that's going to make you happy, what it is that's going to fulfill your soul, what it is that's going to help you expand, what it is that's going to make you feel whole. So you don't have to go externally outside of yourself and look for these things in other people, materialistic things, or even just in connections, or, codependent relationships, or whatever the case may be, or your jobs. People who are, workaholics, they beat themselves to the ground because they want to, stay away from the drama in their house and all of this and all of that, because it's easier to ignore, right? It's easier to drown yourself in your bag so you don't have to pay attention to the things that are really going on in your reality, because it forces you to want to love yourself, to want to go to the root of the problem, the root of yourself, the root of the situation, the root of the other person that you're with, the root of anything and everything that's in your motherfucking reality, because that's where it stems from. So at the end of the day, you guys have to understand that part of loving yourself is part of always going to the root of any situation, any person, any place, anything, any job, anything that you see, that you deem worthy, that should be in your reality because you choose it to be. But you also have to understand that it has to stem from the root of your own happiness, your own self-worth, your own value, your own love, your own positivity or negativity, because loving yourself unconditionally, this is the thing, and don't shoot the fucking messenger because people hate when I say this. Loving yourself is also loving the darkest parts of yourself. The parts of yourself that be cussing people out. The parts of yourself that's petty. The parts of yourself that don't understand certain things. The parts of yourself that's egotistical. The parts of yourself that's selfish. The parts of yourself that really doesn't give a fuck. Those parts need love too. They need love too. Your shadow needs love too. So how do you get to the root of loving yourself, shadows and all? Accepting shit for what it is. Accepting yourself for what it is. Let me tell you this, Spirit is telling me that if somebody tells you, or more than 3 people tell you the same thing about your personality and about you and about the things that you do, it must be fucking true. 2 to 3 people are perceiving the same thing about you. So this is an example to go so you can go and see how we try to hide from our own self, the roots of ourself. Listen, if you're not checking your roots, if your roots don't got the right soil, the right nitrogen, the right oxygen, the right fucking tender love and care and compassion and fucking nurturing, and the right fucking sturdy foundational soil to stand in, what the fuck your leaves in your tree, the trunk of your tree is gonna look like? Are your branches gonna be fragile? Is your ego going to be fragile? Is your love for yourself going to be fragile or non-existent? At the end of the day, a lot of you need to start understanding that going to the root of yourself is the hardest thing that you need to do. Because even you have to be very gentle with your shadow and gentle with the root of yourself. Don't you have to be gentle when you uproot a plant from its fucking pottery so it doesn't die on you? This is why a lot of you get stuck in that depression, get stuck in those dark moments, in those moments of I can't, in those moments that can I really? Am I really beautiful? Do I really care for myself? A lot of you aren't even accepting love into your life because a lot of you are just afraid of hurt. Because you hurt yourself in the past because of the decisions you made and the people you chose to be with, and the relationships you chose to fucking connect to, or situations you chose to fucking walk into. At the end of the day, these were committed because at the root of yourself, you knew that you had to go through these things to be able to usher in this new version of yourself. So understand that going to the root of yourself is not always pretty. It's not always easy. It's not always fucking hard. It's not always anything. It's gonna be what the fuck it's gonna be, and it's gonna give what the fuck it's gonna give. The only thing that matters is how you react according to the foundation of your roots. And for some of you, it's about fucking reclaiming your own roots, or making your own roots, or growing out or sprouting out your own roots, because you're still operating from the roots that your mom and your parents and everybody else gave you, and perspectives of everybody else. And then you wonder why shit don't work, and why you're not happy, and why you don't feel fulfilled. For some of you, it's hard to lay down roots in connections and in relationships because you're afraid of hurt. You're afraid of nurturing things unless they don't nurture you, or show you the action, or show you, yes, that this is the one. People don't have to show you anything. You're the one that has to take the risk to go and experience and explore the possibilities of what the fuck this might be. But it starts with the root of yourself. Right? Right. So at the end of the day, a lot of you need to start understanding that this is what the fuck it is, the root of yourself. Even going back to your cultural roots, like where you're from, where you're really from, that will show you what your spirit is saying. Find out what your name really means. Find out what your name really means. First name, middle name, and last name. Where does it originate from? What does it actually mean down to the root of it? The definition of it, so you can see. It says a lot about your mission and your personality and who you are and what your roots really are. So we're going to go into prayer collective, and then we're going to go into the native spirit. We're definitely going to go to the native spirit. We're going to read what the energies is of returning to the roots of thyself. And then we're going to go into the self-mastery, or we'll read this at the end, the self-mastery. We'll go into the Ocho Zen cards. And then the elements. So, let me light this Palo Santo so we can go into prayer. I hope you guys are resonating and grasping the conceptualized ideas of, returning to the roots of yourself collective. I think it's very important. I kind of feel like we're so busy pointing out everybody else's damaged roots, but we're not busy pointing out our own, especially the ones that we have left to let go of and to fix and to elevate from and to integrate to, right? Thank you, Father, Mother God, for waking us up today and allowing us to be an extension of you. Understanding that you gave us free will so we can be co-creators of our own reality. Overstanding, understanding, and understanding that we're constantly connected to God's source, spiritual guides, archangels, ascended masters, ancestors, anything that is high vibrational, to get these messages across to the collective so they can be able to expand and find their way, expand on their paths, expand on their spirituality, their logic, their emotionality, their mentality, their physicality. Anything that has to do with the 3D or the 4D or the 5D, whichever density they might find themselves in, as we are multidimensional beings. Thank you for your love, your wisdom, and support. Please show us any messages that deem worthy right now with these messages. Thank you. The spirit of fire, and it's funny because the poem mentioned that the fire within you, right? The spirit of fire. And this Friday, is today Friday? Yeah, today's Friday. Today's the waxing crescent moon in Aries, which I will be doing those messages tonight. Actually, it is tonight that I'll be doing those messages. The spirit of fire. the waxing crescent moon, a lot of you are starting to have a new awakening of thyself. A lot of you are starting to see the sunrise. A lot of you are starting to see your hard work pay off. A lot of you are starting to see that you were able to build the fucking fire and keep yourself warm through going through your shadow, because it might be dark in that darkness, right? But at the end of the day, a lot of you followed the beat of your own drum, and now you're seeing the sunrise, you're seeing the light, you're seeing the new horizon, the new sky, right? You're seeing the new version of yourself emerging. A lot of you don't even resonate with the shit that you did 6 months ago. A lot of you don't even resonate with things that you did 3 months ago, 2 weeks ago, right? Spirit keeper of the east, a lot of you are seeing that sunrise. That what I say is coming out. A lot of you are starting to create that new foundational land within yourself, um, grounding those roots on this new land, right? It's a lot of cards. Can we have one overall message? Thank you. The trickster, answering the call. A lot of you right now might be trying to be tricked into falling back into old patterns. Maybe some people around you have been falling back into old patterns. Maybe it's the fact that a lot of you are tricking yourself into not accepting love from others because you think you're still healing and you think you're still this and you think you're still that, but it's really because you're afraid. You're becoming your own trickster. Some of you are tricking yourself into thinking that you're answering some call or going on some mission and you're really not. For others of you, it's the fact that you're not answering the call and you're tricking yourself into walking away from the call, right? And that means that it's ascension. It's talking about, you going to this new version of yourself. But a lot of you are walking away from it. Some of you already accepted it, right? Answering the call here. Now the wolf is looking here to the new land, the new promised land, the new roots, the new leaves, the new branches, the new sunrise, the new everything, right? Because here was a little cold, but I feel like a lot of you are finally starting to see. This is like a lot of us going from this dark shadow energy, which we went through from October 31st all the way into now March 20th or March 21st, which is when we go into springtime. Winter into spring. This is the new energy, and this is what it is. A lot of you were being tricked into thinking that if you do the work that your manifestations will come in as soon as you do the work. But obviously it was you going through this whole shadow season because there was a lot of things that you had to release, a lot of things that you had to change your perspective on, a lot of people you had to like see for what they really were, a lot of connections that you had to let go, a lot of things that you had to recalibrate within yourself to be able to see this new spring, right? Because springtime is coming in. Divine masculine is coming in like, bitch, I'm that nigga, and we're about to do the things that I said I was about to do, and the things that I learned, and the things that I fucking said I was set out to do. And this is what divine masculine is about, because remember, divine masculine is about the ego, it's about providing, it's about strategy, it's about logic. So now a lot of you are going to be taking all those things that the trickster taught you while you were in the shadow season during the winter, and now in the springtime you're about to go into the song of the wild, right? Because the song of the wild, there goes the land, there goes the rainbow, there goes the sun, there goes everything that you really need. That's the Garden of Eden. That's everything that you were working for, collective, right? Because you let go of the warrior of the heart. You let go of this energy. You let go of the fighting. You let everything just go with the flow. You stopped just questioning spirit and finally surrendered. And now you understand that the point of all of this was to build a heart of a warrior heart, so you can be able to go into what? This new spring, the nature spirits collective, right? And I said it. This is about you receiving this new abundance, this new thing, this new energy about you, this new perspective, this new what? Roots. All these trees, all these branches, all these leaves, all these roots, all interconnected with the fabric of life and the fabric of the shadow mother to put you on this path, to bring you into this portal of light. That's what Divine Feminine was doing with the shadow season. Because the new year is happening March 20th. It's not December 31st. The new year is March 20th, where everything comes back alive and starts to reawaken. You saw the cards. That's what the fuck it was. So let's go into the nature spirits. I want to read that card. If you guys allow me to. Go to my library here. The nature spirits. Nature spirit. So 64. Wow, 64. What did I just say? So didn't I just say we're closing out a cycle of the shadow season and go into the springtime, which is divine masculine energy, right? 64 is number 10. Number 10 is closing out a cycle, and then it goes into the Fool. But when you think about the number 10 and you change your perspective, you know that the number 10, the ending is actually a new beginning, because the number 10 is the same shit. You take away the 0 is number 1, or 0 and 1 is in the same fucking space and time. So 1 can be still the closing of the cycle, and then you go into the 0, which is starting over. But when you add them together, is the ending of the cycle. When you put them apart, you have 0, which is the new beginning, the Aries, the Fool. Right? Waxing crescent moon in Aries. This is the new beginning. We're starting to feel the new energies that are about to be the springtime. A lot of you must have woke up today and must have said, I feel different. I feel this tingling sensation. I feel like something wants to emerge. I feel like something else wants to be awakened, and that's divine masculine energy pushing you to be to awaken yourself to its energy, right? That's what's happening. So at the end of the day, we're going to go into number 64. Not toxic masculine energy, divine masculine energy. So the nature spirits card meaning joy, delight, peaks of carefree, abandon, living wildly, magically, and free. Be open to the wonders of the universe flooding into your life. Those manifestations I was talking about. Innocence and delight are abounding. Happiness is on its way, collective. Your native spirit wants you to know. Almost every indigenous culture recounts stories of fairies, often called little people and nature spirits, although some of the fairies act in protection of their wild lands and should be treated with care and respect. Those roots. Most often they bring blessings and delight to all in their realm. If this nature spirits card chooses you, then welcome to the wellspring of joy and magic. See? Beneath the surface, mystical interventions are occurring in your life. Relax, all is well, all is coming to you. The journey, even taking a few moments of stillness in the natural world, can help you attune to the world of the little people and nature spirits. If you see a small flash of light or a movement of a leaf on a windless day, these are often signs that the wee folk are near. The fairies, the nymphs, the gnomes, all of that is near. The leprechauns. So a lot of you are going to start seeing these things, especially if you start hiking and going to these nature walks. You're going to start seeing these creatures, because remember, we are in the 4th density now. So our worlds are merging. And I just saw a report that scientists just said that the Milky Way and the galaxy of Alpha Centauri are coming together. So a lot of things are happening cosmically and physically here in the material world, right? Let's go into the elements. Wow, all those cards fell. 3 cards. We have dark matter. Yeah, because we just went through the dark shadow. There's the godmother, right? Of the dark shadow. And here we are coming out of that portal of light that I said on the other side. Number 38, which is number 11. Then we just have number 10. 9, 10, 11 is an ascension. Creating the change with the marine life, accepting the abundance, right? Creating this change, richness, abundance is coming into your life with your self node, because it's about to be an adventure. Here's the portal, going into that divine masculine energy to explore, to be more strategic, to walk free, to walk liberated, to just do whatever the fuck you want, just like the man does, right? Divine masculine energy, but you're doing it on a high vibration, because you are high vibrational, collective. I want to read adventure from the elements. I just kind of feel like for some of you, You're definitely still going through the transformations. For a lot of you, it's about just staying shut, not arguing with people, not arguing with their own beliefs, their perspectives, and their opinions, because you are in a vibration. Understand that when you do this, you descend. Your vibration, it's, you go right back up after you're done, but you descend in those moments, and you don't want to be feeling those dark lower energies, because that's what these people are sent for. They're sent to argue with you, to make you doubt yourself, to seed envy, jealousy, to seed fear and doubt. So don't argue with people. If you know what you know, and you follow spirit, and you follow your inner voice, then don't worry about it. Just like my status said on Facebook today, follow that inner voice. People need to learn how to discern the truth with their inner voice, because that is God speaking to you. So I want to speak about this portal. Like, for a lot of you, you went through a lot of rain, you went through a lot of thunder, but the sunshine is coming. You've seen the sun rising, right? The sun is in Pisces right now, and it's about emotionally nurturing yourself and your roots, and loving and caring for yourself, the richness of the marine life. So now we're going to go into this card of the elements here, because I want to go into the adventure. What is the adventure? Number 14. Creating that change. Number 5, right? Take a risk, collective, but an educated one. Didn't I just say that we're gonna move like niggas because of the divine masculine energy, but on doing whatever the fuck you want, but on a high vibrational timeline. Do or see something you haven't before, as experiencing something new will help to clear your mind and give wonder to your heart. Look carefully at your plan. Something may be amiss. The situation may have a happy medium. It is not all or nothing. The words of power is notia or notos, ancient Greek, southerly. The South in some ways has a slightly bad rap. The term "it could go south" means something could go wrong, and plans going away are often referred to in this way, as it is the opposite of north, and north was often seen as the right or sure direction. It's easy to see why. The global south used to be a place of unknown territories, a kind of terra nullius. The travel south from the northern hemisphere as an explorer was to be courageous, to break boundaries. In the 1800s, much of South America has still been unexplored, collective. And Darwin's voyage on HMAS Beagle in 1831 caused a sensation back in England when his flora and fauna samples were scientifically examined. Australia was named from Terra Australis, with hypothetical Southland described on maps from the 15th century onward. South is one of the quarters called in certain traditions of witchcraft to purify or protect a space, those roots. People may call upon the guardians of the south, where the roots are, or the southern direction, as a way to unlock the protective energies of portals of that element, which is earth in this sense, because we're going into spring. I can't. I'm not going to do it with you guys. You know what I'm saying? And at the bottom of the deck of the look at movement, moving forward, and at the other side we have connection, connecting back to the ecosystem. This is also about us going back into the ecosystem calendar, or the earth calendar, not the Julian calendar, which is what we go by because the government gave it to us. No, we need to start going by the ecosystem. Start living by the ecosystem and the lunar cycles. That is what's going to bring your manifestation. That is what's going to give you your power. That is what's going to bring your gifts. And that is what's going to bring you richness into your motherfucking life. Don't be tricked by the tricks that they got. We're still divinity from the black, bitch, okay? So don't play. I'm still divine from the black. Used to have a little, now I have a lot. So you better remember where the fuck you came from. From the source. Just saying. So at the end of the day, let's go into the Osho Zen cards here. Too many cards, collective. Ooh, yes. Bringing that harmony. Didn't I say springtime? Bringing that harmony with the springtime. There goes a divine mother. She's like, I'm going away now. It's time for divine masculine to take over. Having that breakthrough. Wow. The integration of divine masculine and divine feminine. For a lot of you, new love is coming in as well. The breakthrough. A lot of you are going to have a breakthrough when you go back into your divine masculine energy. You're going to have an epiphany of why you need to take a risk in love, or why you need to become more harmonious within yourself, or going back to the roots of being emotionally intellectual. Emotionally intellectual, collective. This is your rebirth. Springtime. Told you. This is the motherfucking rebirth. It's a springtime. The rebirth. Projections of divine feminine and divine masculine, right? Not being the victim anymore. No more sorrow. You are the co-creator. It's been a long fucking way coming, but we're here. The rebirth. Didn't we say number 10? There it is. The closing of the cycle. The re-fucking birth. And then the breakthrough, because you had the breakthrough. And now you're loving yourself. You're loving your roots. You're loving. Now you're uprooting yourself. Now you're going to grow the new roots and up the plant with the flowers and the fruits and abundance. Flowering. Right? This is the self-mastery here. And I'm so proud of you guys. The spirit is proud of you guys here. It's a motherfucking rebirth. And we're going to read that from the book too. Fuck it. I'm just spoiling you motherfuckers today. Rebirth from the Osho Zen Tarot. Number 10. So I'm trying to see what this number 10 is. Where's the rebirth? Rebirth. Sorry, collective. Here it is, 136. And what is it? 136. 1 plus 3 is 4 plus 6 is what? 10. 10, 10, 10 for this reading. 136, number 10. This card depicts the evolution of consciousness, what I say, collective, as it is described by Frederick in his book, Thus Spake. He speaks of the 3 levels of the camel lying in the child. The camel is sleepy, dull, self-satisfied. He lives in delusion, thinking he's a mountain peak. Delusion, the trickster, remember? But really, he is so concerned with others' opinions that he hardly has any energy of his own, like I said in the download in the beginning. Emerging from the camel is the lion. When we realize we've been missing life, we start saying no to the demands of others. We move out of the crowd, alone and proud, roaring the truth. But this is not the end, because there's more ascension. Finally, the child emerges, the rebirth, right? Neither acquiescent nor rebellious, but innocent and spontaneous, the wild song, remember? And true to his own being. Whatever the space you're in right now, sleepy and depressed or roaring and rebellious, be aware that it will evolve into something new if you allow it. It is a time of growth and change, collective. In Zen, you are coming from nowhere and you are going nowhere. You are just now here, neither coming nor going. Everything passes by you. Your consciousness reflects it, but it does not get identified. When a lion roars in front of a mirror, what do you think the mirror roars? Or when the lion is gone and a child comes dancing, the mirror completely forgets about the lion and starts dancing with the child. Do you think the mirror dances with the child? The mirror does nothing. It simply reflects because you are a reflection of your reality. Your consciousness is only a mirror. Neither do you come nor do you go. Things come and go. You become young, you become old, you are alive and you are dead. All these states are simply reflections and an eternal proof of your consciousness and the roots that lay within side of your soil. I can't. I can't. I can't. This is too much. So we're going to go into the tarot. See what tarot we can use here. Let's go into the Light Seer tarot. The Light Seer, because spring is coming, the new light is coming, right? So let's see. What is the tarot here has to say? Oh, yes. For some of you this week, a lot of you, the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Pentacles, Capricorn energy and Sagittarius energy. A lot of you, this is a lot of you moving with the Wheel of the Fortune. This is you going with the flow. This is you finally being balanced within your manifestations. Your manifestations will come in. You are going to receive these abundances from the universe, right? But for a lot of you, there is a conflict that's going to arise this week. For some of you, some people might challenge you. Some people might question your loyalty, your personality, who you have become, who you are, or what the decisions that you have made. But remember that this is nothing but them trying to instill their own conflicts and fear with the crow here, and the things that they don't want to release onto you because you have done the work, collective. So for a lot of you, this might be an Aries. For others of you, this can be in a Libra, Aquarius, Gemini for some of you, the moon, a Cancer for some of you. But this is you finally having this epiphany that, you know what, people can, have their own perceptions and opinions and things, but they don't have to affect you. It's okay to disagree. It's okay to not agree. It's okay to be on different pages, right? Because that gives you different perspectives of different things. Even if you don't agree, at least you have more knowledge, more information, more power, right? So a lot of you is about this week not drowning yourself, with the roots of the entanglements of other people's roots within your own. You do have to entangle with other people, but it doesn't mean that you have to allow their knots and their roots in a bunch affect your healthy roots. You understand what I'm saying? Because you're doing the work within yourself. So at the end of the day, external things cannot affect you in any way, shape, or form. With the moon here, this is definitely the new moon in Pisces. This was you falling away from the illusions. The things that you perceived as negative are now being perceived as positive, because everything is in perception. Nothing is negative. Things just are what they are, and you just react to them how you react to them, and you make decisions according to how you perceive them. Right? So this for you, a lot of you saw people in a negative light. Now a lot of you might be seeing them in a light that benefits you. For others of you, it's the fact that you was going around, seeing the light in everybody, when in reality there was darkness in them. Right? But for a lot of you, you're falling away from these illusions and allowing the illusions to teach you not to fall for those illusions again. Because remember, everything that's a label is an illusion. Because everything just is. Everything is everything and nothing is nothing. Everything is nothing and nothing is everything. So at the end of the day, you have to start understanding that these two motherfuckers, the white dog and the black dog, are howling at the same moon. So it really doesn't fucking matter. One may be evil, one may be good. Doesn't really matter. But it's about how you perceive it from the depths and the roots of yourself. Right? What we don't see coming up the bottom of the deck is a lot of you are walking away with the Eight of Cups. A lot of you are walking away to that sunrise, you see? You're walking away to that sunrise. You're walking away to that place that's going to bring you that happiness, that's going to see. And then there's the sun and the moon. What happens in the dark must come to the light. But at the end of the day, this is you walking away from these places and situations and people that were trying to drown you within your own high vibrations. And now you're walking away to the high vibrations, or that portal that's going to bring you to that new version or new land or new era of yourself. In top of the deck, Knight of Cups, and that is going to bring you to the love of your life. For some of you, is your soulmate. For others of you, is the fact that your relationships are being renewed. A lot of you are leaving relationships. A lot of you are finally being real with yourself. A lot of you are finally understanding that until you don't get on that horse and get where you're going, you're never going to get there. A lot of you just have to accept things for what they are. A lot of you have to stop being afraid of your own emotions or afraid of other people showing you emotions, whether you fucking think they're fake or not. Remember, you are the controller. You are the decision maker. You are everything. So whether they're lying or not, you'll figure it out eventually, but it's all on how you fucking react, right? Moving to the beat of your own drum. We talked about that earlier. The Knight of Wands. Sagittarius energy. We have Pisces energy. We have Sagittarius again with the Hanged Man. Different perspectives, different lights, different opinions, right? The Six of Pentacles in reverse. A lot of you need to stop learning how to give and stop learning how to receive. And some of you need to stop learning how to receive and learn how to give, right? The Knight of Cups, there they are. The King of Cups, there they are. The King of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio for some of you. For others of you, it can be a Capricorn, a Cancer, or a Pisces, but whoever this person is, or an Aries, but whoever this person is, I kind of feel like this person is coming in to bring you happiness, to bring you the things that you want. I kind of feel like for some of you, you might be acting like this is not real, this is not true. For some of you, it can be a Taurus. This is not true, or this is not this, or this is not that, but it is. I just kind of feel like a lot of you are disregarding it because a lot of you don't want to mess up the connection that you guys have with this person. You think that once you give in to this person, everything is going to change. Yeah, but it's going to change for the better. Remember, everything changes according to how you perceive it in your consciousness. Exactly, your consciousness, but there is the Two of Cups. Relationships and connections are what you think of them. What you mentally think of them is what they manifest. But look at the person waiting for you back here, and you're out here looking, but this is not what I want. This is that's the person. The Two of Cups. I already told you. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio for some of you, and then for others of you, it can be Capricorn, Taurus, Cancer, Aries, Pisces, and Virgo. But a lot of you have to look within and find the answer within yourself, because a lot of you are stopping yourself from experiencing whatever this is. For some of you, it can be a connection, a relationship, a job for some of you, or the way that you seek and receive abundance with your spiritual path. Take it how it resonates, but we're going to go into the Metatron Oracle and see how to self-master ourselves in this divine masculine energy. Building blocks for life. We're building blocks for the new reality, the new life, the new... And then a lot of us are choosing up our priorities very carefully, right? Very, very carefully here. So with the number 52, we have that, and at the bottom of the deck, what we don't see coming is a dimensional gateway at the bottom of the deck, and this is what I'm going to read because it's been talking about a portal and a lightway and a gateway, right? A dimensional gateway. Isn't that divine masculine coming in? There it is. There he is. Jesus about to resurrect for Easter. Divine masculine coming in, right? Dimensional gateway and invitation. What is the invitation? Ooh, this is getting spicy. Number 33, an ascension. Number 33, Jesus, right? All right, what do we have here, Metatron? Number 33. Drawing this card shows that you are standing at an important place in time on your path of destiny, collective. One that has been created by your own past positive actions. What I say, behavior and thoughts. But with that shadow season, you have done much good already, helped many and supported those who needed it. And this is acknowledged now. Archangel Metatron offers you a gateway to a new way of being. He is the gatekeeper to many beings of light and ascended masters who appear when called by him, like Jesus Christ. One of the names Metatron is known by is the Grand Orchestrator, and he is able to call on any energy needed by anyone at any time, and does so for you right now. He has sent one of his angels of light to greet and welcome you their arms outstretched and hearts open to receive you and guide you in. See the light all around the special place, blazing gold and containing wisdom, love in enlightened space. Step into the gateway and feel the warmth from the flaming torches that purify and cleanse you. Ready for your next step? Entering the gate enables you to access all the angelic kingdoms that Metatron governs. This is his door and his domain, and it feels like home to you right now. You are welcome to come and shelter here a while, to rest and recharge before journeying on, collective. Through this gateway, you will find the other end of that rainbow. How many rainbows we got in this reading? 2. Y'all saw it. Those are your vibrations ascending. A pearlescent light with colors so bright, your body can only bathe in their wonder. In a host of archangels and angels at Metatron's command, each as important as the other, here exists no hierarchy, just service to the oneness and energy of love that is all there is. Step forward and reclaim your own angelic magnificence. Sorry, these downloads are like very strong and I'm getting like this headache right here. Because y'all don't understand, I'm reading the passage, but I'm also adding downloads that I'm receiving while I'm reading it. Master number 33, and it's linked to the crystalline body of light and higher powers. We're about to receive these powers, these spiritual gifts, everything that we were trying to receive December 21st, 2021. This is where it's going to happen this spring when Jesus resurrects. Easter, right? What we call Easter. But this is the new year, and this is what it's inviting us to. Good? Spirit? Okay. Good. The headache is gone. Then go, do, be. Step forward and reclaim your own angelic magnificence, your angel wings bestowed, and your body activated by light. Then go, do, be, and serve others. Help, support, and teach those who need this energy right now in your communities, countries, in the world. Metatron has called you back to your roots as an angel, an earth angel. You are one of his earth angels now. Step through the golden gateway of light and into your own mastery. Even that was proof that I downloaded before it is even said. I said it twice. The time is now, and you are invited because you did the work. When you leave this place, you do so able to carry more light and love than ever before back into your homes, your communities, connections, friendships, and families. The world that needs it. The gateway is in front of you. Step through it now. Welcome to the new year, collective. You worked on the roots of yourself and now you sprouted into this beautiful flower. So now you're in the spring. Now you're going through the gateway of the sun, the gateway of the new energy that's coming in, the gateway that's about to be put forth for us. Thank you so much for allowing me to tap into your energy and bring these conceptualized ideas to you, collective. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you next time.